a minute. Which means I need to switch microphones and
put the good microphone to use. Need a hat. Just saying.
Fucking hat.
okay, should be on the good microphone again.
Yeah, you sounded all right.
Okay. And time to go join that other meeting. So enjoy yourself.
Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. With two idiots misinterpreting the news so you don't have to. Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz. And that's Jack, who's listening, but he's getting ready for a 12 o'clock meeting that he doesn't want to be in, but he's got to be in to complain to them that he's not supposed to be in this meeting in the first place, and he's really got nothing to say to them, but he's got to be there anyway. And that's just the way the old cookie crumbles in the business world of things that could have been done in an email. But, yeah, noon meetings are the devil. That's right. Yeah. Especially when you've already got it blocked out perpetually for your lunchtime, like Jack does. Yeah, they still double and triple book his fucking meetings, which is just totally ridiculous sometimes. As Rusty has found something to play with over there. I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is now. He found one of his sticks. But yes, greetings and welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thirsty Thursday, April 14th, 2022, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And of course, we've got news, we've got information, we've got an overabundance of non-Shroud, well, Shroud but non-Shroud related news, as many of you have been probably patiently waiting for. But yesterday, of course, thanks to you all, you derailed all that news till today. And AFK on F-phone? You mean earphone? Oh, mistweet? Missend? Get it right, Arcus. Get it right, buddy. Yes, he is AFK. Yeah, some people don't take lunch breaks or rather work through them. Yeah, well, I was just actually reading something today talking about lunch breaks where somebody was complaining that their boss always asked them to do errands and such on their lunch break, and they had finished up doing all the boss's errands and were eating at their desk a couple minutes past lunch hour, and the boss comes over and berates them for eating lunch on company time, to which the answer was, next time the boss came up and says, hey, I need help, they just stood outside chewing a piece of bubble gum and smoking a cigarette and watching the boss unload the truck by themselves, or by herself because she was a bitch, and enjoyed their lunch hour as they properly should. Yes. And then, of course, I worked in the restaurant business where we were uh, never really given a lunch break, even though we were supposed to take lunch breaks legally. And when one of my bosses many years ago decided that they were going to start deducting lunch breaks from our paychecks automatically, well, I decided to start taking my lunch breaks. And they're like, well, what are you doing? I says, well, you're taking the money out of my fucking paycheck, so I'm taking my lunch break. Well, you can't do that. I says, well, fuck you. Then put the money back in my paycheck. Okay, you win. And yeah, we won that battle because, you need me during lunchtime when the lunch rush is coming in, don't you? To cook all that shit that everybody was coming in. Yeah, exactly, Candace. You take a break and well, see, at that point when they decided they wanted to take the money out of people's paychecks, people started taking those breaks, and it threw a monkey wrench into the whole thing. But let's talk about monkey wrenches, because we got to get the ball rolling on this, and hopefully Jack can get off this call. I'm trying to stall just a little bit to see if he can get the big stuff out of the way early. Yeah, no, it doesn't depend on the company. All restaurants and food service are like that, unfortunately. In my 30+ years of doing it, whether it's a big operation, small operation, they were all. But when it comes to actual companies, like I worked for Sony for many years, and you only had a half-hour lunch break, but most people ran out, got their lunch, brought it back to their desk, and then just continued to take calls at their desk while they ate their lunch, because there's that nice handy dandy mute button, so you can sit there and chew your lunch without the other person hearing you while they're bitching about their computer that doesn't work because they broke it. But anyway, we're gonna head right on out to the Tweetiverse today, because there's a lot of chat out there. There's a lot of controversy. We've got a lot of articles to talk about due to this new game that Richard is putting out. And we're going to get into the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, and all that other good stuff. So starting on April 12th, again, like I said, today's the 14th. We would have covered it yesterday, but you guys and gals decided you wanted to play marbles and not hear all the news. So Chris trying to get out in front of all the BS that's going on there. And again, Chris, you're better off just keeping your mouth shut, because you put your foot in it, buddy. And I'm just going to call it as it is. Before anyone else speculates, no, I did not sell Shroud. Question for you, Chris. Do you actually have the rights to sell Shroud? Or is that something that we can't figure out yet? Nothing will change with Shroud except more awareness, and Shroud development will continue as it has. I can, however, confirm that I am working with Todd Porter and Richard to help build a strong foundation for the new game. This is actually the thing I mentioned a number of times on the streams that was secret, but was consuming the bulk of my time. Consuming the bulk of my time. So things will continue, but it was consuming the bulk of my time. I can't say much except that I'm still heavily involved in Shroud, and that the new game is taking a long time to make, especially when you do them right. And the new game will be done right. So, in essence, what you're saying is things are going to stay the same in Shroud, but most of your time is going to the new game, which is why we don't see a lot of updates in this game. And you're saying that this game was fucked up and wasn't done right because the new game is going to be done right. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm reading here. So And you can call me whatever you want for pointing out the obvious, but the new game will be done right. I'll be able to share more info as Todd and Richard do more reveals, but that's on their schedule, not mine. And again, uh, not impacting Shroud in any other way other than raising awareness. Sounds like I might need to do a Friday stream after all. Yes, because you're going to have to get. Yeah, the Maynard, that's again where he's contradicting himself. Things are going to stay the same, but the bulk of my time is being spent over there. So, as Jack puts it, Chris is working part time, like everybody else on Shroud. Again, uh, not necessarily giving up on Shroud. And again, I had alluded to some information that I had been given a while back, and this doesn't confirm nor deny what the information. The information I was given was that he was talking with another gaming company that was going to bring a whole bunch of traffic to Shroud of the Avatar. And while this is now out in the open, I don't see this game bringing people to Shroud of the Avatar. As a matter of fact, I don't see this new game. And again, we could be wrong. You know, Shroud, yeah, Star Citizen has raised over 300 million for a game that's still in alpha 8 years later. And all you've got is Squadron 42 to look at, but still no Star Citizen, which, again, if many people you are following that, it seems to be two different entities. And I agree with you, Tina. I don't see it helping Shroud. Now, of course, I have other information again that I cannot reveal because, again, um, I cannot confirm nor deny the truthfulness. Actually, it's a very good, reliable source, but at this point, until I can get more confirmation on it, I can't reveal what I may or may not know about all this. So I'm just going to be forthcoming on that. Well, exactly. Star Citizen isn't Star Citizen, and Squadron 42 is an offshoot of Star Citizen, which is supposedly Star Citizen, but isn't Star Citizen. Yeah, exactly. Again, Argus can't go into details because again, I cannot confirm the information personally. All I have is information, and if I can't confirm it, like any reliable news source does, I have to protect my sources, A, and B, until I can actually confirm the validity of the information I was given. I can't really go to speak to it because that wouldn't be right for me, and that wouldn't be right for you guys and gals out there. But I do have some other interesting information pertaining to all this. But again, yeah, well, don't worry, you're gonna get all the news. Yeah, Bridge Troll, that's you're gonna get. Yeah, Porter's got quite a bit of clout. He's got a pretty hefty little resume. As a matter of fact, you might remember a little company he used to work for. I believe it was called Origin Systems. Imagine that. But then he went on to do a whole bunch more other things. Did a few other things, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that in depth throughout the next day or two here. But we're going to get to comments here on this. So, because again, Chris did put his foot in mouth, and that and then tried to open his mouth because he should have just quit while he was ahead. Crafty method. Will they be using soda assets? There's a lot of ocean inside Novia for another continent/island. If they implement an open world of wild seas and ships, it could be integrated as a metaverse transition points. Would love to see player stories that include such exotic adventures. I will comment on one thing, as Crafty mentioned says, open transition points. You do remember the name of the company that started all this, right? Portalarium. And one of the biggest conundrums inside gaming was finding a way to transition from game to game to game with the same credentials while traversing a multiverse. Okay, so I'm not saying that they found the solution to that. I'm not saying they didn't find the solution to that, but yeah, Tino, well, depends on who you are coming out of that alum. So again, while many have gone on to very storied careers and very great stuff, some haven't, and it is what it is there. But I can tell you, many years ago, if you all know the stories, I used to run an Ultima Online Shard, and the guy who I was working with had found a way to actually, we would run 3 shards, and you would be able to transition between the shards with your same login. The only caveat was that the login information had to be on all 3 servers. So if you signed up on one server, all the data had to be migrated over to the other 2 servers so that you could literally walk through a gate and enter another shard, just like all the shards that Origin used to have. They had the Atlantic, Pacific, all these other ones, and the technology at that time made it so you could only log into one shard, and only the shard that you were registered on was the shard you could play on. But we had found a way. It was a little backwards, but it worked. You could actually transition from one shard to the other, which has been the what's the word? The answer to life, the mystery, and universe 42 as to how this could be integrated in a place like the metaverse, where you log in one place, but you can travel to any other game as long as the credentials allow you to do that. Um, Maynard, we have no. Well, I shouldn't say we don't have any information on that. I'll have to look at that in a minute, and we'll be able to give you some more information on that as we get there. But more commentary from the Peanut Gallery. Rather beyond the beach says, if anyone thinks Shroud development continues as is and nothing will change, with you working on something else, I have many bridges for sale. Let's talk. That's right. Don't worry about the one in Brooklyn. I already own that one. And Aaron Linder says, I wish I could get quest tools to experiment with. I want to try and make a dynamic, unique quest using AI natural language processing like is featured in the Sword Arts Online TV show. Gave me the idea of an AI quest and probastic intelligent NPCs off a custom NER. I don't know what that has to do with any of this stuff, but it really doesn't, in my opinion. Jack, is that you making that noise, or is that somebody else making that noise? Probably Caffeus making that noise in the background. Either that or it's Stratia playing with her boobs. More commentary on the final post here is Matthew says, no one wants NFTs. Stop while you're ahead, as he points to the main article that got this started. Chris says, understand and agree that no NFTs is the general sentiment. I lived through the no one wants microtransaction age, as well as no one wants subscription age, and more recently, no one wants crowdfunded games. Just need to do NFTs better than they have been so far. Let's show more replies. I wish you luck, but remain skeptical until there is a good finalized product. I had fun with Shroud in the community early on, but can't say I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. I know I was just a lot of issues stacked on each other. Maybe you guys learned enough for the next ones to be good. From Chris, massive amounts learned on my part for sure. Sadly, the biggest challenge Shroud faced was something we already knew. It's really hard to make a game when you can't plan because you don't know what your runway is. We did it anyway. New game will be well funded, though. Kevin says, okay, here we go again. And Scolia says, nothing about this new game sounds right. Sounds right. Sounds like a cash grab. Or replies featuring the MMORPG article. Yeah, from Blair. We've got this queued up. I don't know if we'll even get to this one because plenty more to talk about. Brooklyn Ridge for sale on ShroudMarketplace.com. That's right. I got a bridge to sell you. So, again, we're just at the beginning of all this, and of course, I've got to say, for a guy who has spent the last 2 years crushing RMT in our game, he's about to embark on a game that's based nothing but RMT. Yeah. Go figure, people. I don't get it. You know, the biggest thing is you should have just let RMT be as Richard originally planned for it to be, because I've got a whole 2.5 hour video talking about this back in 2015, 2016, where we, the Guild BMC, yeah, let's go Atos. That's right, Maynard.
Say what? Taco Cat?
Let's go Atos. I'm up to the part where I'm commenting that he spent the last 2 years crushing RMT, but he's now embarked on the all RMT only platform that he's now helping out with.
So hold on, that's in the forum thread, NFTs?
No, not necessarily. I'm just talking about what he was doing. Oh yeah.
Are you still in the Tweeterverse? Where I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
I'm just making commentary. I read all the comments on the Tweeterverse, and I've been making my own commentary.
And did you discuss that? So Chris's statement about it's taken the bulk of his time means that he's been working part-time on Shroud for the last several months.
I did. I threw in
Did you also discuss how on multiple streams he's talking about how all the team is dedicated to this project, and oh man, oops, it's not really dedicated. So everybody is really just part-time?
Yes, I shared your sentiment on that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one where it's like, oh, there's a show in.
There's what?
There was a post that was also hidden. Did you read the before K4 Survivor one?
Before K4 Survivor one, where is
post,
it located?
So I am on the before anyone else speculates. Expand that one.
I believe I did. Maybe I missed that. We'll find out.
With the "you are all shameless and lack any semblance of self-awareness."
Might be a new comment.
It was hidden. I had to click a button to show that one because it might be violating the.
Oh no! Yeah, I didn't read that one with the flashing light on it.
Yes. Where B4K4 survivors just read through 90 plus comments on the massively OP article to see what people think of Lord Brexit and your grifting. Cam whores have more scruples and dignity than the entire lot of you combined. Ooh. Yes.
Been a lot of speculation yesterday in Universal chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
let's get out to Chris's Facebook page. Follow up on this. Before we get into any of the news articles, let's watch. By the way, Chris thinks Elon Musk should be arrested because he wants to take over Twitter. Just so you know that he's trolling the internet, worried about Elon and his billions of dollars when He's got this problem to deal with. He's worried about getting Elon arrested.
Yeah. That is why the game has been a little better, because Chris has not been working on it. Shroud. Maynard. That's awesome. Chris Spears mentioning here to save the replies and lots of PMs. Yes, Richard is making a new game with Todd Porter. Yes, I know all about it. Yes, I am helping them build up a team and make sure we do things right from a technical standpoint. Hold on. I just want to stop right there. For Shroud, who has been the tech lead since the beginning? Chris Spears. Who is the one that made all of the tech decisions to make sure this game was done right?
Chris?
Yes.
Who is the tech lead on Tabula Rasa?
I don't think that was Chris. I think he was actually just a tech person.
I thought Chris was tech lead on that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look at that.
It's the one that's been making all of the tech decisions related to Shroud. The person that took the original standpoint of, hey, you know what? We're going to have rares. We're going to have like all these other systems in place. And you know what? RMT is going to exist no matter what we do. We're going to help facilitate it. And our business model is really going to be based off of it. Who decided to kill all of that? Because he hates RMT.
Let's point out that shroudmarketplace.com is alive and well. And
absolutely.
Just because you tried, you failed, because all that stuff that is integral to the game, like wood, like ore, like armor, like gems, like scrolls, like all that other good stuff is selling quite wildly in RMT gold, Kodos, just about anything else is selling quite well on Shroud Marketplace on the secondary market, because time equals money. Money equals time. Okay, the more money you have, the more time you get to build the game. Okay,
yes.
The more transactions you have, the more money flows into your coffers, allowing you to hire more developers to create more time to put into the game. Okay,
this especially when your business model is revolved around selling pixel crack.
Thank you, Maynard. Let me know what that says. He says I got a copy of Tabula. He's going to look it up for us.
Yeah. I've got a copy that was given to me. Never installed it. Never booted it. Never done anything with it.
Okay,
but no, I did not sell Shroud. No, Shroud isn't going away or put into maintenance mode. He just is spending the bulk of his time on other projects.
We read that on the Twitter.
I know.
I know. Just for anybody who's not paying attention to this, we're just pointing out he's already stated that he's spending the bulk of his time
on another project for this new NFT-based game. But
hence the new outlook: promise less, deliver less. Yes.
Oh yes, yes. Just do less. I mean, that's what it is. So we're gonna do less, but it's not going away. And wasn't there a rumor that there was like a multi-million-dollar backing for Shroud?
Well,
somewhere.
Not for Shroud per se, but again, I broached that while you were on the phone, and I will just repeat that I had insinuated that I had information that was supposedly going to bring a lot of traffic into Shroud, because there were talks with another company. And now that this cat is out of the bag and we see what the actual reality of this is, this was the company that's got the funding, but this in no way, as Chris says right here, you're going to read it in the next paragraph. So I'll let you read this, because I don't believe that this is going to be
actually the good secret thing I've been mentioning on stream that was eating up my time for the last few releases. For Shroud players, yes, the new game will also be freaking awesome, but awesome games take time to make. Until then, I expect this to actually attract players to Shroud and help the community.
I don't know how, because
have you seen any of the press?
yeah. Let's get into the commentary.
Yeah. Oh man. Marcus Eikenberry, otherwise known as Marquee Dragon. I
Marquee
want to be
Dragon.
excited. But the NFT stuff is so full of landmines, they will have to nail it perfectly to make it work. NFTs can be amazing, but in my humble opinion, no one has gotten it right yet for video games. Oh, we're well aware of the perception. So much of that, what I see out there are massive land sales and crazy speculation with zero actual game design revealed. The next thing is actually focusing on making a freaking amazing game that uses NFTs in fair ways. I've actually helped them come up with some inventive ways to use the tech that I think players will absolutely understand and agree makes sense. I'm trying not to spill the beans on any of that stuff and not sure what things Richard and Todd have leaked. Just a simple example, though, is crafting an amazing items lets players pay to turn that into an NFT that then can go sell on OpenSea or any NFT marketplace or display out of game. Basically, a maker's mark on steroids. Also, have some creative ways to make so that people who don't do crypto can still take part in almost everything.
What does NFT stand for?
Non-fungible token.
Yes.
Fungible.
Fungible.
Yeah.
Right. Fungible.
Fungible.
It means no fucking thanks is what it means. NFT,
Yes.
no fucking thanks. Yes.
And that NFT also says this is a unique item. You are the only one to have this item.
Well, see, again, we were having this conversation beforehand, and
an NFT means that that item is unique. Now, that doesn't mean that people can't steal or replicate it, kind of like they have with all kinds of digital goods.
Yeah, how much was it? 600 million was stolen off of a game's NFTs.
Hey, you could be like that guy that bought something for millions of dollars and then he accidentally sold it for $80.
Yeah, but let's stop what we're doing because we got to do a streamer bundle here real quick. So let's get that out of the way.
Now I got to go find that page. But yeah.
Prankster fan, congratulations on your win. Streamer bundle coming your way.
I get to stand up and walk over here to Dead New Day and open up that trade window and go to that streamer bundle and then drag and drop and then say, thank you.
Can you actually drag and drop it, or do you actually have to click on them?
No, I have to click on them.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
I had to right click on them and go to trade. Because some things you can do it, other things you can't.
Because this game is so well done.
But giveaway is open up again. Yes. No fucking thanks on the NFT thing. Because, hey, you know what? Hey, I just bought this $1 million NFT that's a digital image. And then someone else comes by, click, save as. Hey,
I was talking with somebody the other day, and I watch Pawn Stars a lot. And the owner of the pawn shop actually bought like $1 million painting from a guy, sold it to a guy who has this new thing with NFTs. And what they do is they piece out this artwork so that you can buy a portion of the artwork and claim ownership. So that instead of having to spend $1 million on, say, a Picasso, you can spend $20 and have like so many pixels of the Picasso, which is totally ludicrous.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, absolutely ludicrous.
Okay, so
especially when you go to collect, I want this square.
I want this piece. Yeah.
I'm
going to sell my square of pixels, which is just a little white dot on there, for $300,000.
Yes. Now, if so there is a comment that like which cryptocurrency is being used.
Well,
that's
let's
where you
not
actually
even
have to pay.
let's not
But
even
okay,
get
okay.
there yet. We're not even
you just want to keep
close.
on going.
We're not even close.
Okay.
We've got days of this to cover.
Yeah.
Days.
Before
Days.
someone jumps in and starts screaming about killing the Earth, that was the first thing Richard and I both verified. The system that is being used does not consume massive amounts of power.
Proof of
Also,
stake.
we're not going to pull an Axie and use a 5 out of 9 verification process and then put 5 of the machines in the same place so they all get hacked together.
Like you do now.
What? All the servers are in the same location right now?
In the same co-location?
Yeah. I
know.
5 of 9 is the
and then
code word for
the rest of them are AWS servers that don't work half the time. So
yeah.
you can blame AWS, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can blame Amazon, yeah.
Everything is Amazon's fault anyway.
Yeah, will there be a unique gaming token for this?
You're jumping ahead, aren't you?
Oh wait, I need to click view 2 more. Do you want the
Oh, come on,
I believe
Dragon.
Pretty sad that a company that was trusted with billions of dollars did something so boneheaded, totally nuts.
Okay, are we? What happened to Marcus right after that?
I said the 5 of 9 is new code word for bad.
Okay,
You just
yeah.
missed it because you weren't paying attention. Using Solano? No. Admit it, you went full trek. It is using 7 out of 9. Hey man, 7 was hot. That's all I got to say. Get out of here, office. Checking my email. Will there be a unique gaming token for this? Chris is like, I know the answer to this question, but can't say. Glad I could help.
Only public knowledge, Chris. Hello. We already know what it is. Hello.
Only public knowledge, because if you go find Todd Porter's LinkedIn page and then you go to, hey, I'm going to go to this Demeta page and then I'm going to end up on this Horizon .fun page where I can see the backers, I can see the governance, I can read the light paper, because it's not a white paper, related to their token. Oh,
yeah, it's all here. But while we're here on this page, let's look at the list of investors and partners for everybody, because
yes,
and then we'll get back to commentary.
I've never heard of any of these organizations.
Yeah,
other than Binance. But yeah.
But all these companies that you see listed here are investors in this new platform that they're working on.
For the Horizon, but the Horizon is the corporate overloads of the game studio of Demeta. So where for the Horizon, Todd Porter is the chief product officer.
Yes.
And then other people are responsible for things.
And then if you click on NFT, the D Horizon NFT. Actually, where is the one that we had yesterday? Let me see if I still have that open.
Yeah.
The one that says click the QR code was
that one was on the staking, I believe. Yes.
Didn't work very well, that page, at least not for me. Wouldn't load any of the other stuff.
You mean the fact that everything's still loading?
Yeah, everything was still loading on that one. Let me see if I can get to that.
I think that's because that's not a dynamic element. So they haven't finished that web page. Oops. So they've only staked 6,666 coins. Yeah. And So Jack Dorsey of Twitter's fame, his first post was bought for 2.9 million, then put up for sale for 80 million, and the latest bid was $280. Oops. Talk about losing some value there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love those NFTs, man. Yeah. The invisible painting isn't an NFT. No, it's not. But going back to the Facebooks, I mean, Chris is like, hey, I can't tell you anything about these tokens, but simple Google searching tells you exactly what they are.
Yeah. Because nobody knows how to use Google or
Fucking A. I mean, it's like LinkedIn, man, to corporate overlords to, hey, these are the things that we're actually in the process of developing. I mean, it's like, that's public fucking information. No need to hide it. And it is an Ethereum-based token. So,
let me get this up for everybody just so they can see it. There it is.
I love Frank Baxley, the guy responsible for doing all kinds of great master of the coins. Is like,
Sir
he's
Frank.
never going to make those rings. And that's referring to the Lord of the Isle silver rings crafted by Lord British. A physical item crafted by Lord British.
Yes.
Chris Spears is like, Frank, I will if he doesn't. Not
you
the
owe
point.
it to them for over 2 years. Over 2 years.
Yes.
Get it done.
Yeah. It's kind of like my physical copy of a certain book or my Dukehead or Lass's Dukehead. Yeah. Or maybe Steven will do it.
Yeah. Or maybe Steven will be taking over development.
Yeah. Joel McCoy's like, I'll pass. Consensus has been so far, I'll pass. Yeah, NFTs aren't everyone's cup of tea. And I get why. Hopefully they'll change some minds in time. Still in the Wild West for crypto stuff, and some unscrupulous, unproven types are taking advantage of it.
No, nobody would ever do that.
Right click, save as, man. This whole thing is a scam.
Right,
and you're paying for is a spot in a digital register. That's a massively oversimplification of it. By that logic, technically, when you buy something in any game, you're doing is paying for a spot in their private digital register. Again, though, if people judge all NFT games by what has been done so far, then absolutely people should be skeptical. As they should. NFT games have been around for a few years. I remember the first real crypto game that was kind of popular. It was Crypto Kitties. Where is that? I mean, yeah, EA is way better than Lord British. At least they finished their games before they abandoned ship. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing, but it comes with a lot of extra costs. If you can demonstrate that they actually have real tangible benefits aside from marketing, that will be interesting. The answer is no. The facade here is, think of the amount of time that Chris spent replying to all these threads.
I was just going to make that comment. Hello. Let's go back to my original conversation back about 3 minutes ago where, Chris, you should just keep your mouth shut while you're ahead of the game, because as we see this, like I was telling Jack, Indy Martin made a comment about NFTs, didn't mention anything about the game, but Chris is apparently trolling all the forums everywhere and anywhere. And anytime somebody mentions
every single comment,
respond to everybody's comments, when you should be concentrating on maybe just worrying about, what the player base is talking about, because we're 4 pages in to conversation on the forums on this topic, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. And when you say that this new game, let's jump back to the Tweeterverse real quick. Because
you mean that comment? The bulk of his time,
no,
or
is
which one?
And the new game will be done right, which basically says you screwed the pooch on this one because the new game is going to be done right. But so, what are you saying about this game? Hello. Don't stop. Shut up before you get crazy. I'm sorry.
Not only that is who the fuck was the tech director?
Yeah.
Who's the one that was responsible for this shit?
Yeah.
Hey,
don't be putting out stuff like the new game's going to be do right because all you just did was kick this game in the balls, buddy. Come on, man. Come on. Let's take a cue from Joe Biden. Come on, man. Really?
Come on, man.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, lads, you're gonna love those stickers that I just bought with Trump and Putin riding a horse, and yeah.
Oh, those aren't new.
I know, but they're new to me because the stickers just arrived. They're in my mailbox. I need to go pick them up so that way I can go put them all over stuff.
Yeah. The facade. Yeah.
The facade here is that
exactly
facade. The facade here is that players will have more control over their purchases, but they won't be able to compel the owner to not shut down the servers because their property is on it. For example, so your point is correct. This isn't any different than standard microtransactions.
Ta-da!
Oh, whoops. I'll add that it's because the land isn't their property. They have a spot on the blockchain and a piece of land is associated with it in a virtual game that may or may not exist.
Yeah, now let me give you a good example. I do have VR. I have been in the metaverse. And they have property and they have these places you can go in the metaverse, and they're selling virtual land in the metaverse. So I was looking at this land, and down at the bottom floor, they have storefronts, and they're already outrageously priced, even though hardly anybody's buying them. And then they have these high rises, and you can buy apartments in these high rises, and you can go right up to the top and buy the penthouse, because the penthouse is the greatest, most bestest, wonderfulest place. Slight problem is if somebody buys the penthouse and you want the penthouse, well, you can just buy the penthouse and they just build your penthouse on top of the previous guy's penthouse, making him not have the penthouse anymore
until he's in the basement.
Well, he'll be, so that is not fair. First off, second off, it's just not fucking right. If you want the penthouse, if I want the penthouse, I should have to buy that penthouse off the guy, and the guy who has the penthouse should be able to charge whatever he wants to recoup his money or make a profit. That's how it should work. Not sell me the floor above his that doesn't exist and make it exist because I paid the virtual creators more money to put my penthouse on top of his.
Foot and mouth disease, pointed out by Red Dragon. The best part is he had no need to even mention he was a part of this. He could have just kept secretly working on the other game and we'd have never known.
Again, I said it from the get-go.
Foot and mouth disease. Yeah.
Shut your mouth. And he spent several days chasing this ghost down because somebody reported, we know who it was. Initially, it was PC Magazine. And we'll get to that probably tomorrow. We'll start getting to the articles. We'll get to the forums maybe by Monday. This is going to be a several-day event here, people. So,
it's one where everybody should be shaking their head because it's like none of it is good. None of it. No one's like enthusiastic about it.
Elenia, if you only knew. If you only knew.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's...
Because
Okay,
again, I've stated I have information that I cannot reveal because I cannot verify it. But if you only knew. And again, it gets deep, but that's all I'm going to say at this point until I can actually verify it. So hold on to your seats, folks. This is going to be one hell of a freaking ride. That's all I can guarantee you that.
Are you sure about that, Laz?
It's gonna
Train
be
wreck?
it's gonna be more of a train wreck than we have ever been. That's all I gotta say.
So the ride is a massive train wreck, and there may be a dumpster with a slight fire in it, or raging inferno.
Slightly.
Oh, okay.
I have the right to remain silent. I just don't have the ability. Nice one,
Yeah.
Tina.
Envy is like, key thing for anything in the NFT space is to identify genuine projects with utility from those projects that claim to have utility but never deliver, and essentially pull the rug. I think people are confused on their tech, just like crypto. Not all NFTs have to incur a huge carbon footprint. Well,
they don't have to have any footprint.
I'm gonna disagree with Chris right there. So in order to have that public archive, that requires computing powers, and those computing powers are all over the internet for the accounting of all of this. So yeah, all those miners are doing something, not just mining tokens. They're also enforcing your ledger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except proof of stake won't be doing that.
Oh, whoa. No, never. So massive footprint then, right? Is that what you were saying?
No, proof of stake totally bypasses that. It's different.
And are they doing proof of stake with this with any of the things that I sent you related to
they can't tell us.
Oh,
can't tell you what the coin's gonna be, but it's public record.
Yeah, they're light paper. Not a white paper, a light paper, because it's light on details.
Which one is it?
It is the DevT token, which is published on thehorizon.fun. And in there, you have that it's based off of Ethereum.
Yeah, carbon footprint is bullshit anyhow. Don't waste brain power trying to justify it. That's right. Yeah. You know, companies that say they're zero carbon neutral because they buy somebody else's carbon output to make themselves zero. Yeah. No,
I paid someone else to go plant trees, even though they never did it.
Yeah. Makes us carbon neutral. Yeah, no, bullshit.
So let's go back to Chris's comment. For instance, items can effectively leave the game and be traded on any marketplace. They can be viewed in some form outside the game. Again, though, agree 100% that some have different belief behind their value than others.
Where were you seeing this? I'm lost.
That was the continuation of that Chris's comment.
Oh,
okay. People are confused on their
see tech. More, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is fun shit because it's like the hole just keeps on being dug, right? It's like, when's it going to stop? Are we making our way to the middle of the ocean on the other side of the world?
Gonna dig a hole to China, right?
Yes. I think that's what Chris is trying to do.
The old Bugs Bunny, dig a hole to China, come out the other side.
I think that's what Chris is trying to do, because I think he's made like 100 different public comments related to this stuff. How much
Yeah.
time was he hitting F5 on his keyboard to respond to all this stuff? It's
And-
like, oh, I got a post.
You know, and again, this is just his Twitter and his personal Facebook. We haven't even scratched the surface of other places yet. So,
Hey,
see
not
where
to
it is
mention
yet.
Friday's live stream is going to be all about this.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna delve into this more tomorrow, and again, we're gonna get into the actual articles that triggered this. And as was previously said, the articles say that Richard's doing something new. Chris didn't have to open his mouth. Chris didn't have to say anything. Chris could have said, "Oh yeah, well, Richard's working on a new project. Good for him. Applause. We're working on Shroud." Didn't have to out himself. Didn't have to do any of that, but he did. So here we are. Oyster, I don't really see it that way, although there is another topic that I meant to. Oh, the forum thread, that's going to be another. That's going to be tomorrow. We're not even going to scratch that till tomorrow because we only got about 5 minutes left on today's show. And I want to finish covering all these other comments out there on Chris's uh, Facebook first, and then we can, we're going to cover that tomorrow. We may actually get to the original news topic that kicked this off tomorrow, and then I'm just going to give you a preview. We've got the original one on PC Games. We've got one on the Ultima Codex. We've got one on Jux Online. We've got one on MMORPG, and we've got one on Massively Overpowered. So we've got news for days on end when it comes to what people have got to say and the commentary that follows, not including the forums. We didn't even go out to the raw forums to touch that because that's just, I don't believe in it, but I can imagine what's being said over there. And as the one poster said, he went over the how many
90 plus comments
90 plus comments on just one of the articles. So we've got a lot to talk about and a lot to cover on this. Aside from Chris was not going to do a live stream. He was going to let Ravlox do the live stream. Again, he could have just kept his mouth shut, but then he had to rethink that. So now he's got to come on Friday and try and set the record straight, or try and explain why he let this cat out of the bag.
Dig hole.
I'm just gonna say, why don't you just let Ravlox do the stream and don't say any more than you've already said, please? Because again,
I just want
to kick
someone
everybody
to
in
ask
the
the
proverbial
question:
balls in this game, in my opinion.
how many full-time people are working on Shroud?
None.
Full-time, not part-time. Full-time.
None.
Oh, none? Not even Chris.
Well, even if they were full-time, they were contract, so they're not even regular.
Well, I didn't say
employees.
employees. I just said full-time.
Yeah, I would say none.
Oh.
Although I know many of them put in many hours a day, that they would say they're full-time. And again, no disrespect to the people who are working and doing the extra work in the background. You all know who you are.
Hold on. I want to read this one, and then I'm just going to drop off a word.
Where are we?
So skip to Michael Lawrence. Why does this announcement make me feel like I'm going to log into Shroud sometime over the next year and find out that it's now owned by Gamigo?
Gamigo.
Chris's response: No. Direction of Shroud isn't changing. My focus for 2+ years has been to make it less and less money. Focused.
Yeah. Not going there.
Not going there.
Really. And then, of course, the next comment, NFTs. Really? No, again, you've spent 2 years.
But just drop that word focused from Chris's comment. That is pretty much everything.
Yeah, you spent 2 years trying to kill something that's alive and well, whether you like it or not. ShroudMarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell anything and everything Shroud of the Avatar related.
Party one.
And then you're going to go and work on a game that is nothing but RMT related. Okay. Hypocrite.
Yeah,
Can we say the word hypocrite? Hello.
So, okay. So the complete quote includes the word focused. Okay.
Yes. We'll highlight
My
that for you.
focus for 2+ years has been to make it less and less money focused. But the truth is, his focus for 2+ years has been to make it less and less money. How can I say something like that? What decisions has Chris implemented that would actually make things money
More profitable.
more profitable?
You know, again, the subscription. Okay, I subscribe so I can get these supposed rares that I have to get by logging in to get them. And then, of course, the login bonus, which is supposed to inspire me to log in every month so I can get this bonus that's only supposed to be available during that monthly login. But you put it up for sale 3 weeks into that month on the store. So, what's my incentive? Can anybody please explain this to me? What's my incentive? Hello. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, not just that heritage in vault items. I mean,
Yeah.
what those decisions right there lost a ton of subscriptions
We're going to
as
beat
well
the dead
as
horse.
other potential sales.
Hundreds of dollars a month used to be spent. Hundreds of dollars a month used to be spent, and now it's down to nothing. So, Seamus, you're quite welcome, and tune in for the next couple of days because we are going to be covering this extensively. And of course, after Chris's stream tomorrow, we're going to have plenty. Again, this is going to be a several day event. It was supposed to start yesterday, but of course, you guys and gals get to control it. You guys wanted to play marbles yesterday, so we did that. And again, this may, let's just remember where we are. We're at Michael Lawrence, less money focused, because we're going to have to get back to the rest of this commentary here that it'll probably grow between then. We've got several articles from many different outlets that, and there's plenty of feedback on those. We've got the forums and what people are feeling about in the forums, including some deleted stuff that Ravlox, you know that nothing that gets posted on the internet ever gets deleted, right? Okay, so why bother? Why censor people? Because we've got it. We've got copies of it. So why do it? Because we're the news. That's what we do. And we feel that people have the right to hear what people have to say, whether you agree with it or not. But we'll talk about that if and when we ever get to it.
Yeah.
Don't censor people. It's not good. Doesn't look good for you guys on top of that. Let the people speak their mind, because it may not feel right and may feel butthurt over it, but you know what? It's just one person's opinion, and that's all it is. Everybody's got opinions, like assholes. We've all got them. But meanwhile, we've got to wrap things up for today. I'm going to tell Chris to plead the fifth as much as he can tomorrow on his stream, but he's probably not going to take that advice, but it is what it is.
Digging holes, man. Digging holes.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we got to wrap things up. We are overtime here, and we will return tomorrow with more news on this breaking story right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Les.
I'm Jack.
And I'm
And
Momir.
we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.